All right, it look like we online. All right, clap it up. Shalom, Israel. We're the Isupk. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group or organization, and we teach the truth according to the Bible. And tonight is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. You understand? We teach Brotherhood class every Tuesday. The importance of brotherhood. I mean, you know, brotherhood is really important. Oh, Salaki. I forgot I had this gum in my mouth, Salaki. Brotherhood is important, man. Blacks and Hispanics, we really don't understand the real importance of brotherhood until you get into ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. We see how important brotherhood is, when building a nation. Because without brotherhood, man, without someone to being able to fall, to fall down on, without having some help, without having real friends and real brothers and sisters that, you know, serve the Lord and come together as a nation and building. You understand? That's all they talk about in those in the conscious community. All those blackity blacks, all they talk about all day is building. Building, building, building. Well, I got news for you. If you're in that so-called conscious community, if you're a blackity black, if you're in a Christian church, if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, if you're anything but an Israelite, keeping the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments in ISUPK, anything that you try to build is going to fail because the Lord is not with any of that, man. We have to have the Lord with us. You understand? And the only way to keep the Lord with us is if we obey him. You understand? And that's how you start brotherhood. First, you have to start by, obeying the Most High. And being a brother is obeying the Most High. Being a sister is obeying the Most High. You understand? We can't build anything if we're, if you want to be a Muslim, if you want to be a Republican, if you want to be a Democrat, if you want to be all these different things and you think you're going to come together and build the black nation, the Hispanic nation, if you think you're going to uplift black people by trying to build without the Most High, we're going to fail. And that's why we fail all the time, because we don't know how to build. We don't know how to love one another. We don't obey the Most High God. That's why, it's countless young women missing, man. It's young black women and Hispanic women being missing every day because we don't obey the Lord. You got Hispanic children on the border sleeping in dog kennels, drinking out of toilet bowls, man. You understand? You understand how horrific that has to be and how devastating it has to be for a child stripped away from their parents, sleeping inside a dog kennel, not knowing where the next meal is coming from, not knowing where their parents are. That's absolutely hell, man. You understand? Hell, we have all these people we have all these people fighting, or not even fighting, Salakia. We have all these people speaking up about the situation that's happening in Ukraine. And by the way, get a Most High hand, man. That war going on over there, you understand? The Lord is doing that. You understand? That is the Most High. So get a Lord a hand for that. Why ever all these Christians are praying for the Ukrainians, why aren't you praying for the Mexican children on the borders sleeping in dog kennels, man? There are terrorist acts going on in our very own country, in our very own neighborhoods, and no one is addressing them but the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, man. When are we going to wake up and understand that, we're fighting a losing battle by joining our oppressor? And Commander General Yohana bought something out so heavy, man, yesterday, that the so-called blacks over there in Ukraine are, they're being treated. I mean, like they treat us any damn way. They're being racist. They wouldn't let some sister on the train by trying to escape bombs, man. And you have all these Christians talking about pray for the Ukrainians, pray for the refugees, pray for this and pray for that. And when you don't even pray for your own brothers and sisters, we hate our own brothers and sisters right here in our own very eyes, man. You got brothers and sisters right next door that, that you see struggle. You got brothers and sisters who, who needs help. You got brothers and sisters who you won't forgive because they owe you $20. That's not of the Lord, man. You understand? That is not of the Lord. Because the Most High told you to love he told us to love our nation, man. He told us to love our nation. So how is it that, you know, we can go to church, we can have all these Christian groups and all these Facebook groups praying to the Lord, but you hate your very own brother and sister who you see every day? You understand? And I'm gonna get a precept to back that up because it's ridiculous, it's ridiculous that, the Christian church doesn't teach love. They don't teach brotherhood. You understand? And this is 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. And it says, if a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth his brother, Salakia, for he that loveth not his brother, whom he have seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he have not seen? And that's a good question. So if you got a brother or sister who you are just disgusted with, who you hate, who you won't pick up the phone and call because of some old grudge in elementary school, because that sister looked at your man, and that man, a man can have as many wives as he want. I know that's, unbelievable in your mind because you've been raised Christian, when in reality you leave every man that is going to get another wife. You're going to leave him and you're going to find another man who's going to get another wife. So if you have grudges with people that you could simply call, apologize, and get over it, if you hate that person, you hate the Most High. And we're reading it right here in the scripture. I'm not making it up. There's no way you can satisfy the Lord if you hate the very people who he chose, who he loves, out of all the other nations on earth. We'll go pray for the Ukrainians, and we'll go march up and down the street for all these other nations, but we won't do it for our own. We don't love our own. It's like, we don't value each other, man. We value everything else but our own people. Like I said, man, Hispanic children are sleeping in dog kennels on the border and drinking out of toilet bowls, and they don't know where their parents are. They've been stripped away from their parents, and no one's in an uproar, no one's in a panic, no one's praying for the Isupk brothers and sisters on the border. And those children, those poor children in those cages, man, do not have their parents. But we want to worry about Ukraine. They wouldn't let a sister on a train because she was black. These are the people we want to worry about. When the Lord told us, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, to love our own, man. So why do we prefer these other nations and these other, these other heathens, why do we prefer, not what the Lord tells us to do? We prefer what the Lord doesn't want us to do. You want to know why? Poor black leadership. Leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Al Sharpton, any one of them you can name, they did not lead black people in the correct direction, like Commanding General Yohana has done in the Isupk. Commanding General Yohana is a man of the Lord. He's the leader of Israel under Christ, man. As soon as black and Hispanics recognize this, we would come together and we would take the kingdom of heaven. But because we hate, the laws of God, because we hate, every black man wants to be a boss, because we can't follow somebody, because we hate righteousness and we love the wickedness, we'll continue to suffer here on earth, in America, and wherever we're scattered all throughout the four corners of the earth, we'll continue to suffer because we hate obedience. We hate obeying the Most High. We don't want to be led in the right direction, man. We want to keep doing what the hell we want to do. We want to keep smoking weed. We want to keep celebrating our birthdays. We want to keep voting Democrat and Republican. We want to keep eating that pork, that disgusting shrimp, crab, and lobster. We want to continue just to live life in filth and wickedness and darkness. And we expect the Most High God to, you know, get us out of our situations. When it's the Lord putting us in our situations because of our ignorance and our disobedience, man. There's no way in hell these other nations are better than us, man. The only reason we're on the bottom of this is because of disobedience, and they know that. They know if you smoke weed and you go out here and shoot the ops, you understand? You go out here and kill another brother because of some rap beef or some internet beef or because you slept with his wife or his woman. And let me tell you something, that's 90% of brothers that go out here and kill each other is because you're sleeping with another man's wife. And the Bible is against that. That's not brotherhood at all, and it's disgusting, and it's LGBTQ. It's that. If you're thinking about sleeping with another man's wife intentionally, that makes you LGBTQ. Why the hell you want to go run up in something another man's running up in, man? And that's how twisted we are. And while we get that from our oppressor, because our oppressor, man, he's disgusting. He'll sleep with anything. He'll sleep with animals. They sleep with trees. They sleep with cars. They don't give a damn what they sleep with, man. But so-called blacks and Hispanics, man, you're not supposed to act like these heathens. That is heathen culture to sleep with another man's wife. The Lord told blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to not to commit adultery. And then we wonder why the death rate and why brothers are getting killed left and right. We tried everything else. Like Commanding General Yohana said last night, man, we tried everything else. Brothers and sisters try everything. Sisters are out here worshiping rocks. You got sisters out here worshiping rocks. They're out here worshiping rocks. And Lord knows what they believe. I don't know what the rocks do. You understand? If somebody can tell me what the rocks are supposed to do, I will be glad. I will be highly impressed of what the rocks are supposed to do. You understand? Because we've tried everything else, man. But we will not try to obey the Lord. We will not try to obey the Most High God. We've tried Christianity. It's failed us. We're still dying. We've tried Islam. It's failed us. We're still oppressed. We've tried, hell, every religion you could think of. And they all have failed. But we haven't tried the truth. You haven't tried obeying the Lord. You haven't tried stop smoking weed. You haven't tried not committing adultery. You haven't tried not celebrating your birthdays and Christmas and Thanksgiving. Why don't we try that? Because everything else we've tried has gotten us nowhere, man. But death, destruction, disease, plagues, everything we do on our own and without the Most High leads us somewhere we don't want to be. And then we'll pray to the Lord and ask him to get us out where we just led ourselves. Well, if you're going to serve yourself, why pray to the Lord? If you're going to serve yourself, why pray to God? That's what they teach us in the Christian church. They teach blacks and Hispanics how to serve themselves. When you say God loves the sin or the sinner, but he doesn't love the sin, that allows you to serve yourself, man. Oh, he loves the sin. He loves the sinner, but he doesn't love the sin. That allows you to keep serving yourself because you're going to go and eat that pork because you don't think God hates you for that. You're going to go celebrate your birthdays. You're going to go vote. You're going to go pop perks. You understand? You're going to go pop mollies. You're going to go have sex with whores and all kind of sluts, and you're going to die. The Lord is going to allow you to die. You're going to be put to death because of your disobedience, man. Give Commander General Yohana a hand for holding on to this truth, man, so brothers and sisters can wake up and they won't be put to death coming inside of here, changing their lives, serving the Lord, and like the Most High intended. Like the Most High intended. The Most High intended blacks and Hispanics, man, to rule this earth. Matter of fact, let me get that, Salakia. Let me get that real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Now listen to this good. This is heavy scripture, man. Because this is what the Lord is telling us, man. What I just said, and I'm going to read it. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High. You got to fear the Lord. We don't fear the Lord inside those Christian churches, man. The Christian church doesn't fear the Most High. They say that they fear the Lord. How the hell can you fear the Lord and you're sleeping with whores? How the hell do you fear the Lord and you're popping perk 30s and Molly and smoking every weed strand that comes out every week? It's a new damn Salaki. It's a new weed strand coming out damn near every week. How the hell does a drug addict keep up with all the drugs that are being, plagued throughout the community, man, throughout the hood? How the hell do you keep up? That's not fearing the Lord, man. That's the exact opposite. You hate the Lord because you hate his laws. And I know what they're going to say. Oh, man, who are you? What do Christians say when you tell them that the Lord hates what they do? Oh, man, you can't judge me. Yes, the hell I can. Under Commander General Yohana, Isupk, we will judge the world. You understand? And you need to get that through your mind, because somebody tells you what the hell you're doing wrong and you don't want to hear it. You can't blame it on God and say, oh, you can't blame it on a person that's telling you and tell you that you can't judge me. Just go ahead and admit that you hate the Lord. Just admit. Just do it. But if you really love the Lord and you sincerely want to, make it to the kingdom of heaven, and if you believe the Most High, and if you believe you're a child of Israel, man, if you believe you're an Israelite and you believe in it, if you believe in the Most High, yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that. If you believe in the Lord, man, you have to understand how important it is to obey, because that is true love. That is true love. Obeying is to fear. You have to fear the Lord and understand if you fear him, you'll obey him. That's a respect, man. You don't just say that you love somebody and you don't do what they tell you to do. We're talking about the Most High God who created everything. Let me keep reading. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. See, I bet they won't read this in the church, man. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. They're not keeping the commandments in their Christian church, man. I'm telling you now, I used to be a Christian. I was raised Catholic. My grandmother was the biggest Catholic in the earth, in my eyes. We were in church every Sunday. And I didn't learn one commandment in church. Right after church, what are we doing? Eating swine, eating catfish. You understand? We used to go to those little, I forget what we used to have lock-ins. They used to have lock-ins at the church. And you want to know what used to happen at those lock-ins when you get, preteens and teenagers in the church at a lock-in? Just think about it. Imagine it. Hell, you talking about house parties. You ain't been to a lock-in. The hell with the house party. I'm trying to go to the lock-in at the church. So you can just imagine what the hell is going on. All kind of, sexual acts with young kids, man. This is going on in the church. You got sisters getting together in church, going to pole dancing classes, going to learn how to strip. Well, we all know that the stripper pole or the pole, you know, what it's for. So what the hell you taking classes for? And this is a church activity in some churches, man. But we fear the Lord. We love God. We're hypocrites, man. The Christian church is hypocritical, and does absolutely nothing for blacks and Hispanic and Native Indians, but leads us to the death and destruction, man. And we need to get that through our minds. So it says, fear God and keep his commandments. For this, listen to this, man. Listen to this. This is heavy, real quick, right here. This is real heavy. You understand? This is what Commander General Yohana realized when he held on to the truth. What I'm about to say. This is what the men in ISUPK strive for. This is our whole life. Dedicating our life to the Most High God and waking up blacks and Hispanics, man, and serving the Lord, man. This is what we do in the ISUPK. I don't know what the hell they doing in these other fake Israelite groups, man. I used to be a part of a few of these fake Israelite groups before I came into the ICPK. So I understand. Well, I don't understand. After really finding out the truth and seeing who serves the Lord and who doesn't serve the Lord, it was easy to me because I made up in my mind that I want to serve the Lord. You understand? And that's what every black and Hispanic and Native Indian should be doing if we love the Most High. Don't straddle the fence. Make your election sure like the scripture says, man. Don't straddle the fence. Don't let somebody pull you back. Don't let a goddamn blunt, a backwood, some tobacco in a leaf, and some goddamn weed keep you from serving the Lord. Don't allow some perk 30 that's probably going to kill you. You understand? And destroy you from serving the Lord. Don't let some whore, some slut that every man that has had, don't let something like that, man, keep you from serving the Lord. Don't let a vote, a ballot, whatever the hell that they call it, don't let a vote, don't let that keep you from serving the Lord, man. We just have to obey the Most High. So, for this is the whole duty of man. This is the whole duty of man. It doesn't get more plain and clear than that. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. You don't have any other duties. I don't care how good I don't care how good that brother's wife looked. You don't sleep with her. I don't care how strong the weed is. You don't smoke it. I don't care who the hell's all going to the birthday party. You don't go. I don't care if you like Joe Biden. The Lord doesn't care if you like Joe Biden over Donald Trump. Don't vote for neither one of them. What you should be doing is coming together with blacks and Hispanics, people of your own nation, and following and obeying the Most High God, man. That's what we should be doing. That's the whole duty of Israelites, being brothers and sisters to your nation, serving your nation and serving your power, man. That's the whole duty of man. And that's brotherhood. But, we don't want that, man. We have all these issues and we have all these problems and nobody understands what I go through. You can't judge me because you don't understand what I go through. The Lord doesn't give a damn about what you go through. He gives a damn about how you go through it. You understand? That's what the Lord gives a damn about. Are you going to be weak? or you're going to be strong. You understand? So, yeah, that's a heavy precept, man, for brothers and sisters that, need to know, man, that serving the Lord is important. And you can only serve the Lord, man, by obeying. By obeying the Most High. You understand? Not what the Christian pastor teaches you every Sunday. He doesn't teach you nothing. You understand? He doesn't teach. I mean, they don't teach nothing. They don't teach you what sin is. But you're going to learn what sin is in ISUPK. You're going to learn what brotherhood is in ISUPK. Because we're the only ones promoting it, teaching it, living it, learning it, everything. This is our life. We don't take this as a joke, man. This is serious. As serious as those Ukrainians are complaining about Vladimir Putin dying right now by the hundreds, we take this truth just as serious as that. More serious. Because we're going to tell you the truth in ISUPK.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
Salakia, Siri tripping. I didn't even call for Siri. But I want to pull this precept. This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. It says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. So first you got to know that sin is the transgression of the law. So all those Christians are going there and be like, I need to repent for my sins. I need to repent for my sins. I'm going to get baptized for my sins. You have to understand that sins are the transgression of the law. So if you're breaking the Most High God's law, no matter if you get baptized or not, if you're still sinning, it doesn't matter. Why the hell are you going to get dunked in some dirty, disgusting water somewhere and you're a dirty, disgusting, filthy, wicked sinner? It doesn't make any sense, man. It's just a show. Christianity and the Christian church is just a show to make you feel good. It's just to help you get on from one day to another, just like a drug. The worst drug on earth is Christianity, man. That's the worst drug on earth. Brothers and sisters, why I say it's the worst drug on earth is because brothers and sisters don't even know that they're being led astray. They don't even know they're high. They don't even know that they're, living in a false, they don't know that they're serving a false God. Everything about Christianity is fake. And there are millions of Christians that worship and praise, dance, and do all the acts every day, man, and they don't understand the Bible. How the hell are you reading a book you don't understand? That's just crazy right there. Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, we want to continue to live the life how we want to be. We want to live life how we want to live it, man. We don't want to, I'm a Christian, man. I smoke a little weed, what I mean? I understand I smoke a little weed, but I do love the Lord. Because my God, what's they say, my God, I think, my God. Listen, the Most High God is a man of war. You have to understand that first. And you have to understand, like what I just read, that sin is the transgression of the law. Your God might let you do whatever the hell you want to do. But the God of the Bible demands respect. He demands that we obey. And we have to get that in our minds now. Otherwise, man, we're in for a rude awakening. And these curses are going to continue to hit us, man. We've been getting hit by curses, man, left and right. Left and right, we've been getting hit by curses, man. You don't see the death in the black community? You don't see the death in the Hispanic communities and the Native American communities, man? You don't see the plague of drugs? You don't see the police killings? Sisters out here killing babies left and right, abortions, man. Sisters go kill babies because they don't feel like they're ready or they don't feel like they can provide. That is hell to even have to make that type of decision when it comes to an innocent child, man. That is disgusting. And blacks and Hispanics, we live like this every day. And we think it's normal because we've been tricked. We've been manipulated by the Christian church, man, into thinking we can do whatever the hell we want to do. And God still loves us. You don't have to be a brother. You don't have to be a sister. You can just hate whoever the hell you want to hate. You can choose who you want to love. You can love this white man, but we can hate the Mexicans because they're stealing all the goddamn jobs. We can love, the Chinese because they give us hair and nails and eyelashes, but we can turn around and we can hate the Indians, or I can hate the brother down the street, or I can hate this sister who's another Israelite or so-called black and Hispanic, but we love these nations and these other nations hate us. That's the disgusting thing, man. And we better correct it, because the Lord, when he corrects it, man, it's going to be hell to pay, man. When all we have to do is listen. All we have to do is, all blacks and Hispanics have to do is turn on these classes in Isupk and listen to these powerful prophets and priests, man. All the generals, the captains, the officers. We have to listen and obey, man. And Salakia, let me get this article, before we run out of time. Now now this is before I read this article, I just want to say something. You understand? I don't know, my crown is crooked on. All right. I just want to say something before I read this article, man. You know, because I can't say it enough. The ISCPK is the only ones that love blacks and Hispanics. We're the only ones telling you what's going on with your people and telling you to separate from these other nations, man. The Christian church are not your brothers. They're not your sisters. They're not your friends. They are not leaders for black people. The Christian church is ran by your oppressor. So if you're in the Christian church, you will never understand what it means to separate, because you're going to have to think that if you're not going to have to think what they how they think in the Christian church is that you have to have your oppressors, the so-called white man's approval to do anything. We're so busy in that Christian church proving to other nations that we're human too. We're in that Christian church trying to prove that, we're trying to show our oppressor that, listen, we're humans too. You don't think that they know that? They kill us, and then they come, we come up with these campaigns like Black Lives Matter, like they give a damn. The people who created the Judites that created the Black Lives Matter, they don't give a damn about black people. So you pleading with your oppressor to try to make them understand black problems? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you're listening, they don't give a damn. They know what's going on. We're the only ones that don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. We should come together, like the scriptures say, man, and teach us. Commander General Yohana said something so heavy. It might have been, well, I'm gonna just say on Black Watch yesterday. You understand, when he broke down trying to teach, when they broke down that saying that blacks, are so busy trying to teach, white people about the history of slavery. What's it called? The in the school, critical race theory. We're so busy trying to teach critical race theory to our oppressor, and these white people when they already know. I'm pretty sure every black and Hispanic and Native Indian, we're named after oppressors. How the hell do they not know? If your last name is Parker, Johnson, Harvey, or anything, you're named after an oppressor, man. They know that's not your damn last name. They know you're a slave. They know we're not equal. They know this. Why the hell are you breaking your neck to try to teach a nation of people about their history? They know. But you know what we should do? If they want to get rid of Black History Month, all right, no sweat. If they don't want to celebrate Black History Month, let's not celebrate Christmas. Let's not celebrate Thanksgiving. Let's not celebrate 4th of July. Let's not celebrate anything that our oppressor does. But we won't do that because there's no benefit to that. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good because we don't look at ourselves as anything greater than what they tell us we are, man. And I just wanted to say that because I hate that, we as a nation of people, the greatest people on earth, man, we have to look at a nation who are so low level, who are so disgusting. I mean, they our oppressor, man. They are nowhere on our level, man. And we look up to them like they are so great. Like, and we value them so much. And we look at ourselves like, like nothing. We look at ourselves like nothing. And we look at these oppressors and these other heathens like they are everything. And the Lord told us we're the greatest. The Bible tells you that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the greatest nation that walk upon the face of the earth. Out of the words of the Most High, out of the Bible, man. The Bible teaches us this, man. It says it's right here in the Bible. If God said it, I mean, how much more approval do you need? The Lord said it. He chose us, man. The hell you need Donald Trump's approval? You need your boss at your job to tell you you're doing a good job for you to feel like a man? And that's why we teach in the ISUPK, man, that what Dr. Martin Luther King did to the nation of Israel, what he did to blacks and Hispanics, man, was so evil and so wicked. We teach that, man, because it was. He loved the oppressor more than his own damn nation. And he used his nation, he used black people, just like Christianity does, just like your pastor does. He used black people, man. He used his own people to try to get in a position and push his dream. That wasn't a dream of the Lord. That wasn't a dream for everybody else. That was his dream. So he could sleep with white women. So he can have orgies. So he can have all kind of nasty, disgusting sex with a dog, man. That was Martin Luther King's dream. And he used his own nation. He risked the lives of his own nation to fulfill a nightmare. He wasn't a good brother at all. He wasn't a brother to blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, man. In fact, he was a disgusting, wicked man. And I'm trying to keep it clean and hold my composure. We're not feeling Martin Luther King, the ISUPK, or anybody who thinks like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X that tries to join us with other nations, man. We don't feel that, man. And you know why we don't feel that? Because the Most High God of the Bible ain't dealing with it, man. And we better get it through our skulls, man, that, we're the greatest people that ever walked the earth. But in order to be great, You have to live like you're great. And that means obeying the Most High God. Like we read in Ecclesiastes, it is the whole duty of man. You understand? Let me get into this article, man. It's a lucky. Let me check online. So I'm gonna get into this article. Now, this is the Christian church's fault, man. What I'm about to read. It says, Black woman found dead after date with white man. Police won't investigate. So while we're over here praying for Ukraine and praying, uh, you know, for Lord knows whatever else, man, there's sisters in Kansas City right now. You understand? Who this sister just died going on a date with a oppressor, man. She went on a date with her oppressor, and she got put to death. And the police won't investigate. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. All right. And the police won't investigate, man. So let me get off into this article. All right, there we go. It says a Kansas City, Missouri family is seeking answers after their loved one was found dead the day after going on a date with a white man. The day after going on a date with a white man, this sister was found dead. This sister was found dead, man. I'm gonna pull a precept. So where was the Christian church? Where was her brothers? Where was her sisters? Where was the people warning her that you shouldn't go out on dates with the oppressor? When the Most High God said we shouldn't be dating outside of our nation. Why isn't the Christian church teaching that? Why isn't the Christian church teaching that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians shouldn't be dating oppressors, shouldn't be dating white men, Chinese men and women, Arab men and women, African men and women? We shouldn't be dating nobody else but Israelites, man. And I know it's some disgusting Israelite groups, some fake Israelites that teach that you can, you know, they teach that you can marry other nations, and that's not biblical. You understand? The Lord told us to separate from these other nations, man. He didn't give us the green light to sleep with these other nations. And why the hell would you, man? I mean, especially a brother, man. You got 12 tribes to pick from. Why the hell would you want to go? Why the hell you want to go sleep with, the milk of magnesia? Like what did the brothers say on Don't Be a Menace? Why the hell would you want to go sleep with that? Why the hell would you want that in your? How the hell could you wake up with that in your bed every morning? I was like, damn. I mean, hell, you can't even use the same shampoo. They don't even use the same things you use in the that's just a weird situation. So like it. I mean, me, I wouldn't. I couldn't do it. You know why? Because the Lord told me not to. That's why I wouldn't. And even the Lord wouldn't even have to tell me that. I've never been attracted to, any other heathens. But the 12 tribes of Israel, man, we have the baddest sisters on earth. Why the hell would you want to go, sleep with these other nations, man? And this sister right here, man, obviously she's been led wrong. Poor black leadership in the Christian church. And she went and dealt with an oppressor, and it cost her her life, man. It cost her her life. So sisters need to realize that, and brothers too. The nation of Israel needs to realize that, man. That if you deal with these other nations, man, the Lord will allow you to die. You will be put to death, man. Because they're going to lead you in a way that you shouldn't be going. The heathens are not going to lead you closer to the Lord. They're going to lead you in the exact opposite way. You're going to marry some oppressor, And y'all gonna be having, y'all gonna go to Christmas parties and be wearing those silly, stupid, ugly sweaters. And the Lord's against Christmas. He's against everything the oppressor does. How about that? He's against the oppressor. He hates the oppressor. The Most High God of the Bible hates our oppressor. So why would you want to go try to love and marry your oppressor when the Most High God hates our oppressor? It makes absolutely no sense, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. So the Most High, man, the Lord said, don't give your daughters or your sons to these other nations, to these heathens, to these other people. He's not with that. We're reading it in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. If you got a pen and a pad, write this down and go read it for yourselves, man. You understand? This is something you will never learn in the Christian church. You will never learn in, you. I mean, I say that I don't know what the hell they even learning in the Christian church, man. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. And you know how they serve those other gods? Like I said, if you celebrate Christmas, you're serving another God. If you're voting, you're serving another God. If you're celebrating your birthdays, you're serving another God. If you're celebrating 4th of July, you're serving another God. If you smoke weed, you're serving another God. If you pop pills and sleep with whores, you're serving another God. If you join yourself with another nation, you're serving another God, man. And we have to understand that because the Lord told us right here, do not give our sons and our daughters to these other nations. Don't deal, sleep, marry, be in the bed with these other nations. Because, verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me. That's what's going to happen. If you marry to these other nations, man, you're going to start doing what they do. That's what happens. You marry some oppressor, man, you're going to start trying to act like them. And you know what cracks me up when I think about this, man? The only time our oppressor, man, acts like us or try to act, you know what they try to say, try to act black, is if it benefits them in some type of way. Or if they're being funny. If they're trying to be funny. You know how those oppressors like, all right, you got those oppressors at the job. You might meet an oppressor at the job, at your job, at your slavery. So like, not your job, but your slavery. You might meet an oppressor at your slavery, right? And he might try to call himself being hip. He might say some slang that he knows that, or he may think that you know. All right, what's up, my dude? All right, what's up? What we do? They talk like that because they're trying to be funny. They're being sarcastic. They don't talk like that. They know you talk like that. So when you go and join yourself with an oppressor because you hate yourself so much, because you don't value your nation, you go get in the bed with a dog, with an oppressor, you're going to do whatever they tell you to do. You're going to act however they act. You're going to behave however they behave. You're going to serve the God who they serve. You're going to turn away from the nigger God, from the God of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. You're going to turn your back on the Most High God of the Bible, and you're going to celebrate Christmas. You're going to eat that holiday ham. You're going to blow out candles on that damn birthday cake. And the Lord is going to be angry with you, man, because you did such a disgusting act by going and getting in the bed with the heathen instead of going to go get you a bad sister from one of the 12 tribes. Or sis, you got even vice versa. Sis, you can go get you a husband, in the ISUPK from any tribe, man. But instead, you go get an oppressor. You go get somebody who, you know, I mean, Salakia. I'm going to keep reading. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Most High be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. So the Lord is going to be, the anger of the Most High God is going to kindle, man. You understand that word kindle, man? When you kindle something, it's like when you kindle a fire, you know what I mean? It starts off as a fire, then it gets hotter and hotter. You add some more wood, you add some more charcoal, you add some more lighter fluid. You trying to get that fire good and hot. That's what the Lord's doing. And when that fire gets good and hot, he said, man, you're gonna get destroyed when he's angry enough. When that fire is like, come on, man. The Lord is going to destroy us just like this sister, man, that we reading about. She got destroyed for chasing after her own lust. And because of the Christian church and the poor decisions that they made inside their Christian church by not teaching this sister correctly to stay away from your oppressor, to not love every nation, that's why this sister died, man. This is why this sister died, man. Because of poor black leadership, man. And us not obeying the Most High God. The Most High God told you, don't give your sons and daughters up to these other nations. Otherwise, his anger will be kindled. He'll be mad, and suddenly you will be destroyed, man. And that's what happened to this poor sister right here, man. You understand? And I'm going to read some more. 29-year-old Asian Maynard was last heard from earlier this month by her sister Tara Maynard, whom she was supposed to visit. She called me Friday at 10:30 or 11, said, hey, I met a new friend. I'm going on a date. I'll come by tomorrow. Tara told Fox News 4 Asia's family never heard from her again after that. I mean, and that's just sad, man. This sister said that, I'm going to call you Friday, sis. Imagine calling your sister, talking to your sister, and never hearing from her again. Never hearing from her again, man. I pray no one else has to go through that, man. But situations like this would be avoided, man, if we just obeyed the Lord, man. I feel sorry for that sister and their family. But what is the Christian church doing to prevent this? They don't have the answers. The answers are right here in the Bible. And they read the Bible every Sunday. Why aren't they teaching, brothers and sisters, these laws to protect them? Because it doesn't benefit their pockets, man. It doesn't benefit their dream like Dr. Martin Luther King. It doesn't benefit what they want to do and how they want to do it. All it does, man, all they do, man, is fulfill their lust in their pockets, man. Just imagine talking to your sister the last time going out on a date with some oppressor. After Friday, she never called. She never showed up. And that's not like her. So, another day goes by. I said, something's not right. It's not sitting right with my spirit, Tara said. Tara told the news outlet she called police to file a missing persons report, but was told that Asia was probably fine and that they would reach back out. You see that? Now, imagine if you know, this was some oppressors. Imagine this was a white family filing a missing report on their sister. Do you think they would have handled the situation the same way? And that's why we say our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. This sister is worried about her sister. She said that she's never done this. This isn't her behavior. This isn't how she moves. The sister says something in her spirit. You understand? You know, sisters say that. There's something in my spirit. But the fact is that she knew that her sister didn't do this. If she said she was going to call, God, so like it, damn it, she was going to call, and she didn't call. And this sister was worried about her sister, as she should be. This being a topic of brotherhood. Brotherhood, sisterhood, same thing. And what did the police tell her? Tara told the news outlet she called police to file a missing persons report, but was told that Asia was probably fine and that they would reach back out. They told her that she was probably fine. How the hell do they know she's probably fine? How the hell you gonna tell me my sister's fine and I'm calling you and telling you I'm concerned that my sister, something happened? You want to know why they did that? Because your oppressor does not value the lives of blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. They only value the lives of themselves. So what happened to all this equality? What happened to all this, everybody's equal and everybody should be coming together and getting along and it's no black or white? Tell this sister's family this, man. I can only imagine going through that. I'm calling really concerned about somebody I love and you tell me it might be all right. Just to find out in the future that she was murdered. She was murdered, man. I mean, and nobody gives a damn. We're praying for Ukraine. We're praying for everything else before our own nation. We'll be brothers and sisters to everyone else but our own nation. And you mean to tell me we have to teach our oppressor and these other nations critical race theory and they're still doing things like this in the earth? Come on, man. We can't be that ignorant. We cannot be that ignorant, man. But then again, the Bible does say that we are that ignorant. And I'm going to prove it. Hold on. The Bible does say that we are that ignorant. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. My people are the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. The Lord's people are the Israelites. And the Most High said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. This is in the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, the Lord said, hey, since y'all rejected knowledge, man, you understand? Since you don't want to keep the commandments, since you want to continue to eat pork, since you want to continue to date white men and date white women, since you want to continue to celebrate your birthdays, since you want to continue to join every nation hand in hand and sing kumbaya, what did the Lord say? I will also reject thee. He said he's going to reject us because our disobedience, because we reject him, because we don't love the Most High. The Most High said, man, if you reject me, I'm going to reject you. And you're going to be destroyed in the process, man. And that's what's happening to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are destroyed. We are destroyed, man. He said, I'm going to keep reading. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest unto me, Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy of the most high of thy power, of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So I'm pretty sure this sister had parents. And I'm pretty sure that her parents rejected the Most High too. The Lord said he'll reject your children. You can't be a priest of the Most High God if you know, if you reject the knowledge. The knowledge is the law. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. How are you going to reject, obeying the Most High, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and expect to be a priest? I mean, that is just crazy. But that's what we believe inside the Christian church, man. That's what we believe. We can reject God's laws and be a priest. I could sleep with whores and wake up Sunday morning and teach a sermon. You can do anything you want to do and be a priest. No, the Lord is rejecting those pastors. The Lord is rejecting the Christian church. The Lord is rejecting anyone who disobeys his word, man. And it's costing us our lives. Like this poor sister I'm reading about. You understand? I pray that we understand that the Lord is not satisfied with the behavior of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. This isn't a joke. The Bible isn't something you can play with. You don't play with the Lord, man. This is real. You understand? I'm going to start right here. It says, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. We forgot the laws of thy God, man. We forgot the laws of the Most High. We forgot the laws of the Most High. And we think we can do whatever the hell that we want to, man. And that's why we're destroyed. Because we don't have any knowledge. We're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Of not keeping the Most High God's laws, man. And trying to do whatever the hell we want to do. Trying to be white. Trying to be Asian. Trying to be African. Trying to be Arab. Trying to be everything in the earth besides the Israelite. And serving the God who created everything. Your whole culture is inside this Bible. They won't teach you this in school. They won't teach you this in church. The only place you're going to learn who you truly are is in the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, man. That's it. You go anywhere else, yikes. I pray you understand. And I'm going to get back to this article with the sister, man. Because the news outlets didn't respond how they should have responded. Because she was a sister. Because this was a black girl calling. Oh, she's probably just out there kicking it. She cool. She aight. That's what they do. Because they don't value you. They don't value us. And guess what? We don't value us neither. We think exactly how the oppressor thinks about our nation of people. And that's serving another God. So next time something happens and everyone gets in the uproar like George Floyd and goes in riot, just remember. Just remember. If you don't love your brothers or love your sisters, you're operating just like the very people you're mad at for killing George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, and countless other brothers and sisters who have died by the hands of the oppressor. Just remember, if you don't love your nation, if you don't love your brothers, if you don't love your sisters, you're no different than the oppressor, man. You're no different than a so-called white man. Just remember that, man. You understand? And I'm going to keep reading. It says Tara Wood soon learned that the authorities already knew about Asia's death and they were never contacted. Now listen to this, man. This is so disgusting that the authorities already knew she was dead and they told her that prior, right? Well, she's probably okay. She's probably fine. But they already knew this sister was dead. We better separate from our oppressor, man. The very people that are supposed to be here to protect you are the very people who are going to destroy you. So we have to value and we have to love each other, one another, man, enough to where, you know, I pray that we can just get, I pray that we can come together, man, to where we don't even have to call, we wouldn't even have to call the authorities if we kept God's laws. Like, man, that'd just be beautiful. We'll just be sitting back watching all these heathens call the goddamn police all the time because hell, they're wicked any goddamn way, Salakia. And if the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians kept God's laws, man, just imagine how the world would be. We wouldn't have to go through situations like this, man, at all. But you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like we just, man, Salakia. I'm gonna keep reading. Saturday morning, they found my sister deceased, Terry said. The family said the man she gone on a date with called police to report that she had died. What police told them next broke their hearts and raised questions. So the dude called, the oppressor called and said the girl died. You understand? And the family's mourning. They're sad, of course. And whatever the police told them next broke their hearts. I'm going to keep reading. We're going to say that she died of natural cause. And this is, keep in mind, this is what the authorities told their family. This is what the authorities told her family. End quote. We're going to say that right there. The authorities are supposed to be professionals, right? I thought, these are professional, people we're supposed to be dealing with, right? Like, just imagine your sister died and the authorities said, we're going to say, man, the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. And you better get that through your skull. And you better look at each and every one of them the exact same. I don't give a damn how much somebody, how much they open the door for you or say hello. You understand? Our oppressors are exactly the same, man. It says, we're going to say that she died of natural causes because there was no foul play. All of a sudden, a healthy sister, right? A healthy sister that, doesn't have any health issues, that, you know, doesn't have any complications or problems, all of a sudden dies of natural causes out of the blue, right? Out of nowhere. Just like that sister Sandra Bland died in the cell. No one can figure out how she strangled herself or hung herself. What did they say with Sandra Bland? What was it? I can't remember. Oh, a trash bag. They said Sandra Bland hung herself with a trash bag, right? But still, this same sister, man, you know, that we're talking about tonight, she didn't have any health issues or anything, and they said we're going to say that she died of natural causes because there was no foul play. Tara said police told the family, I feel like they are rushing the investigation. And they were. They were rushing the investigation, man. That alone lets you know. we're going to say she died of natural causes because they didn't see any foul play. How the hell do you know that? I don't know, man. Asia's family say the mother of four was health and strong. She's only 29. You're not dying of natural causes at 29. Now, I can't technically say that. You can't die from natural causes at 29 because you can, but she didn't have any health issues. You understand? Is what they're trying to say. Her mother, Denise Maynard, told the outlet KCPD is reportedly investigating Asia's passing as a death investigation, not a homicide. Her aunt, Rhonda Turner, said they want justice done if did it. We want people to listen to us, Turner said. Details of Asia's passing are tragically similar to the death of Lauren Smith Fields and Brenda Rawls of Bridgeport, Connecticut, who were both found dead on the same day in December after going on dates. You know, you can read about those sisters. I believe one of those sisters was she was like a like Facebook famous, or I don't know what's the exact word that they say, but they were popular. She went out on a date, and I believe they both went out on dates with oppressors. They both went out on dates with someone outside of the nations, like the Most High God told us not to do, and they both died. Tragic events, man. So, I'm not bringing up these articles to tell people to try to shine light, or like I'm bragging on sisters and brothers' deaths. I'm bringing up these articles to warn other brothers and sisters who may be thinking of going out on dates with other oppressors or someone outside of your nation, that God, the Most High God of the Bible, Yahweh, Salakia, is not, pleased with these acts. And you will be put to death by the hands of the oppressor. And the Lord is going to allow it, man, because you disobeyed him. So this is just a warning. This is just a warning. This is true brotherhood in the ISUPK, warning our people what not to do to displease the Lord so you won't die. We love our nation so much, man. Like Yahweh Shah loved the nation, man, that he came to warn the nation of people so we wouldn't die. So we would have a chance at salvation. Not like they teach you in that Christian church, I'm saved. All I have to do is open up and say, Jesus, I was a filthy, wicked sinner, and I'm saved. I'm just going to put Jesus right here in my chest, right where that goddamn weed smoke is, where them perk 30s is, and every other disgusting, filthy thing is in your body. That's not how it works, man. You have to obey, man. You can't do what the hell you want to do. That's the warning. I know it sounds rough. I know it's not what you used to hearing every Sunday. But I pray if anybody's listening and comes across this class, that they take heed to these words, man, that under Commander Junior Hana, that what I'm saying, man, it may save your life. How many other sisters are thinking about going out on dates with the oppressor? How many other brothers are thinking about getting in bed with a white woman tonight? Or maybe in the future? This can save your life, man. Salakia, I said that wrong. This will save your life. This will save your life, man. You understand? I'm going to read a little bit more, Salakia. Their families each said police failed to properly notify them of their loved one's death. And in the case of Smithfield's death, the family said police were initially not investigating the man the 23-year-old had seen hours before her death. So they didn't want to investigate this oppressor, man. He's not a suspect. He's not nothing. He's like, he's invisible in the whole situation. He didn't. This sister didn't die until she came in contact with this oppressor, and he's not a suspect at all. She's a suspect in her own death, and she's no longer here. That's basically what they're saying. Natural causes. She died. Maybe she was getting high. Maybe, who knows what she did. But I mean, this young 23-year-old oppressor, there's no foul play. So if we allow our sons and our daughters to keep dating these oppressors, keep dating outside of the nation of Israel, we're going to continue to die, man. And it's such a sad case. It's such a sad, you know, it's sad because it could have been prevented, man. And no one is teaching our children this outside of the ISUPK because we're the only one who gives a damn, man. We're the only one who care. The Lord is not pleased with the behavior of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. You understand? It was something else that I wanted to touch on. So, they think that we are, too rough in the ISUPK, and that we out on those street corners just yelling and hate, and we're not getting anything done. But if you could see the miracles that are being done inside this school, man, brothers and sisters that are no longer on drugs, families, man, happy families, married families. Get a Lord a hand for that. You understand? Marriage. Brothers and sisters together for years. Families, man. Beautiful children. That's what's going on in the ISUPK. You don't see that in the world. You don't see that. One second. You don't see that in the world, man. So this is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. It says, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother." Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. That's what we do in the ISUPK. We don't hate our brothers. We love our brothers and sisters so much that we tell them the truth, even if it may cost us a relationship. And what I mean by that, because in the ISUPK, this is our family. Like Christ said, Christ didn't come to send peace on earth. He didn't come to send peace, but he came to send a sword. He came to separate mother from daughter, brother from brother, son from son. He came to separate you from your family. If the Lord picked you and you serve the Lord, you understand? He came to separate you from everybody else, man. So if you about this truth and you're in the ISUPK, you understand, like the scriptures say, man, you got to prepare yourself for temptation. When you come to serve the Lord, you got to prepare thy soul for temptation. And that's even if you have to go against your own family, like many of us have done inside the ISUPK, man. You have to prepare your soul for that, man. So what we doing here is we tell brothers and sisters the truth. So the relationships that we may have built outside the ISUPK, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's a work buddy, whether it's whoever, they don't understand because we serve the Lord and they don't. They think that we hate them. They don't understand that rebuking them is love. No one understands that rebuke is love, man. And you're only going to learn that in the Bible, in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. Let me read this again because this is so heavy, man. This is the only way you could be a true brother or sister, is if you see a brother and sister going off, doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. If you love that brother and sister enough, guess what? You're going to tell that brother and sister that they're wrong. You're going to rebuke that brother and sister. You're not going to suffer sin upon them. Like we just read about this young sister who just died by an oppressor, and the police are going to do absolutely nothing. That sister's life was taken because of disobedience, and no one rebuked her. No one loved her enough. But everyone's going to attend her funeral, and guess what? They're going to say that they loved her. They're going to say how good and sweet she is. They're going to say things that, how she grew up. Everyone's going to be emotional and cry. But no one was there to tell that sister she was breaking God's law. No one loved her that much. No one loved that sister that much. And that's what we got to think about, man, when we just watch people do evil. We don't watch evil in the UPK, man. We're not letting brothers and sisters do what the hell they want inside this school, man. Now, let's just say that she didn't listen, but at least she got the message. Maybe she could have been like, well, I never knew that. I didn't know we couldn't date outside our nationality. So the blame of that sister's death, man, is on the Christian church. Because you're not teaching brothers and sisters to separate from their oppressor. And that's what's so disgusting about all these Christian churches, man. They claim that they're giving new life, and they're baptizing, and they're doing good for the community. We're passing out food, but they didn't teach God's law, which costs people their lives every day. How the hell you gonna love somebody you're not correcting them, man? The Christian church is a joke. And I pray every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, get the hell up out of that Christian church. Run. Flee. Let them all close down. The Lord isn't in the Christian church, man. He's in the Isupk under Commander Junior Hanna. Get the hell out of that church, man. It says, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. You got to rebuke people, man. You got to tell people what the hell they're doing wrong in order for them to know that they're doing something wrong, like your children. You don't just let your children do what the hell they want to do. You don't let your children do what they want to do. You know why? Because you want to see your children do good things. You don't want your children to be hurt. We're children of the Most High God. He gave us laws so we won't be hurt. And that's the definition of brotherhood. That's the definition of love. That's what we teach inside the ISUPK, man. You have to love your nation. You have to love your people. If not, you don't love the Lord, man. And with that, I'm going to read these security announcements. You understand? And this is going to be the end of class, man. All right. Amadium, which means to stand. Gives me up here. Well, Amadium, everybody. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, A brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, my Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering. Free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming Salakia, upcoming holy convocations. Of course, you know we have the Lord's 53rd Passover, which is April the 15th in Cocoa Beach, Florida, 301 Tucker Lane. Um, I can't wait. I'm ready to see all my brothers and sisters, at the Lord's Passover. I mean, it's gonna be glorious, man. I hope brothers and sisters ain't waiting to the last minute to get everything done. Your garments, your Airbnbs, your hotels, your rentals. I mean, you know, this information has been out for a while. So get with your camp leaders and get with everybody else for any updates. But man, just make sure that you're there. Pay your $200 um, entry fee. You understand, and come to the Lord's Passover, man. All Israelite camps, fake Israelites, anybody, you can come to the Lord's Passover. Commander General Hana has been gave the decree that all Israelite groups come together. You understand, under Commander General Hana. So everybody's welcome to the Passover. You understand? You don't have to be in ISUPK to come, but come wholeheartedly, man. And like I said, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 301 Tucker Lane. You understand? And remind Akim and Akwak to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and war scarf. And with that, that's the end of the class, man.